Kind of feel bad. She's like so cozy right
Shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood.
Welcome back to another episode of the SpeedRacinJason Podcast. This should be episode 28. I just had to move the cat so we could get this one going. I don't know, guys. This is going to be a good one. I'm feeling it, and I know that we're not going to restart today because I don't want to. We're not going to, dude. One time, run and go, dude. One and done. We got this, baby. So this morning I woke up and I was with Abby. So Abby spent the night last night. She worked 2 jobs yesterday because she's a savage. Shout out to her. Went to the Walgreens and then went to Hobby Lobby after. And so she gets off of Hobby Lobby because she just started back at Hobby Lobby. So she's excited. You know, she was a temporary girl over the holiday season, you know, and she got laid off because she was like temporary or whatever, dude. And she was kind of heartbroken, if we're being real, and like probably the most sad any Hobby Lobby employee has ever been, dude. She was just like, I want to go back. I really liked it. And so, you know, we got her all set. Or so she's like, she goes back to Walgreens and she's like, not really loving that, you know, and she's just like, okay, well, I'm here, you know, and kind of like, man, I got to get out of Walgreens. And then the other day, Hobby Lobby called her and she almost started crying, bro. It was like someone just called her that she just won like a game show, you know, like one of those like extreme home makeovers. She's like, oh my God, I got my Hobby Lobby job back. And I'm excited for her, you know, and I'm like, and so she gets her Hobby Lobby job back. So she goes there last night after work. And she comes home or comes back here, I guess, and spends the night with me. And then this morning we wake up and she gets all ready, you know, and she has to be at work at 8:45. So she's like getting ready, has all of this extra time, like pretty much a full hour. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me breathe there for a second. I've been talking. So yeah, she has like an extra hour before she has to go in. And she's like, do you want to go get Starbucks? And I'm like, yes, I would love to go get Starbucks. But like, are you sure you have time, you know? And she's like, it's only 10 minutes away. And she's kind of giving me that look like, are you trying to get out of this? And I'm like, no, dude, I would love to fucking go to Starbucks with you right now. Get a breakfast sandwich and a refresher and get my day started right, dude. So she's like kind of like giving me that look like and I'm like, no, babe. She's like, I want to go. Like, let's do it, I guess. And so we drive and I'm like, dude, I don't know. I don't think we're going to fucking have time, but whatever. And so we drive to the Starbucks. We get to the first one and the line's like out the back. And she's just like, no way. She's like, it's fine. Like, let's just run over to this other one. So we go over to the other one and then we're in line for that one. And then we're ordering around like 8:15, I'd say, maybe 8:10, you know, at the earliest. And I'm like, dude, you're really not gonna have time. And we like get our food and stuff. We drive back to my house, and because that's the other thing, she has to like bring me all the way home. I'm like, I'm really excited that she's trying to do this because it sounds nice, and like I can't really understand why she's doing it because it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, like the whole thing, because she has to then drive back into the same town. But so she like drops me back off here at 8:30 and then she has to like race back to work. You know, I think it was like 8:40, honestly, dude. She was like kind of racing, you know. She got there, I'm like, dude, did you even have time to eat your oatmeal that you got at Starbucks? Like, I don't know. I feel kind of bad for her, but not too bad, because she just called me and she was on her lunch break. She's like, dude, I'm having a really good day. It's just going swift. I'm like, God, that's part of the reason, you know. Happy girl fucking makes me happy. And so I'm like chilling, and I don't know, it's just been a really good day. So yeah, so I went and did that with her this morning, and then after that I came home. And so yeah, she brought me home. She leaves, she does all of that, she's at work. And I'm like, okay, what am I going to do today? Because I still don't have a cutter like I talked to you guys about yesterday. And I'm like, I'm not going to record 6 podcasts for like 5 minutes and then just give up, dude. I'm just going to do one fucking banger one for you guys. And so I was like, yeah, let's get a podcast going, because I think my vinyl cutter is going to be here today. And if I have to go get it, so I had to ship it to my grandma's house, right? Because we live out in the middle of nowhere, and if you ship stuff out here, it's just like not gonna make it, it's fine. And so I always ship anything down to her house, and we just got like robbed the other day, so like I don't really know if it's the best idea to be leaving my cutter just chilling in this giant box. And so I don't know. Either way, I ship it down to her house, and the UPS people are telling me it'll be there by 9 p.m. tonight. I'm really kind of hoping it's there earlier, but I was like, I can edit a podcast, and then when I go pick it up from my grandma's house while I'm hanging out and talking to her, I'll just upload the podcast, because I also don't have Wi-Fi, as you guys know. And I don't really want to sit in a Starbucks parking lot again tonight, because last night I think they were starting to get like really creeped out, so I like pull into the Starbucks parking lot to upload my YouTube video because I don't have Wi-Fi. Pull up, I sit in this parking spot, and I'm like the only one on this side of the Starbucks building. But I was like, I don't really want to get stared at by like every single person that drives through the drive-thru, because that's what they always do. So I'm like trying to be a little bit more discreet, but then I just like realized it probably makes me look like a psychopath, because I'm like, I pull up my like laptop, set it up on like my little lap or whatever, and then connect to their Wi-Fi, start trying to upload the video. I realize it won't upload because the video that I thought I like rendered of the podcast and everything, it must have gotten screwed up, but it like didn't tell me that. So it was like 5 seconds long, and I'm like, well, it was a 30-minute podcast, so something's wrong here. So I go back into it, and now I'm just sitting in the Starbucks parking lot, and mind you, my laptop's not plugged into anything, so like it's way slower because it's like this big beefy laptop, and the power brick's like half the fucking size of the laptop. And I wouldn't be surprised if like they had to stuff the processor into the actual power brick or something, bro, because there's like, I don't know. Either way, so now I'm like on Adobe Premiere trying to render a 30-minute podcast with a laptop that's not plugged in. And so it took like 40 minutes to fucking render the file again. I was like, should I just drive home and go plug it in and like re-render it, try again in like an hour? But so I just stuck it out. I'm sitting in the parking lot and I'm rendering the whole video, and then I had to upload it. And just the whole time I'm face forward, and I can like see over the bushes, and I'm like making eye contact with like all these like young girls working at Starbucks, and my laptop screen is like illuminating my face in my car alone for 2 hours. And they were probably super fucking freaked out, and like they kind of kept looking over at me, and I was kind of if I'm being real, I was kind of waiting for him to call the cops or something, and I was like gonna then have to be like, yeah, sorry, I don't know if this is a crime, but I'm using their Wi-Fi. Like, I don't fucking know, dude. Trying to explain the situation. My car is a mess, and it's a rainbow fucking vehicle, so he's gonna be like, something's weird here, but I'm not sure what it is, dude. So you're good, I guess. Don't hang out here anymore. And I'll be like, going to McDonald's again. But McDonald's Wi-Fi has been shoddy lately, so I don't like going there. So that's why I've been upgrading myself, go to Starbucks and sit there and upload. I have a story while I was sitting there. 1 second, let me take a sip of my Diet Pepsi. So while I was sitting in the Starbucks parking lot last night, I was using the stereo app. So I don't really use it, but I downloaded it because this one podcast that I listen to called AreYouGarbage, they're a pretty popular podcast over there on like the East Coast, and it's just like they sit down with a bunch of comedians and ask questions, and they're like try and figure out if the person's garbage, right? And so on the stereo app you can like send in questions, and then they like play it on their like live stream. And then I don't know if you guys use it or not, probably not, because I don't think very many people use it. Either way, I'm like sitting there, and so I like send in a question. I forget exactly what I said, but it was something along the lines of like, yeah, I'm sitting in this Starbucks parking lot right now uploading my podcast using their free Wi-Fi. Like, is that garbage? And like, does anybody else do that, or whatever I said. I was like, any of y'all do that? I think that's how I ended it. And so it's a quick message. You can only send like 15 seconds, and I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing because it's this brand new app. And so like I just start holding it down, and it just starts instantly recording. I'm like, whoa, and then like the second you let go, it just sends it. So like I don't know. There's probably some flaws in this app, and I think that's why not a lot of people use it, but I think they're using it because I realized on the leaderboards thing, if you have over like 100 listeners, they're just paying you like $100, and I'm not sure if that's like per show or what, but if you make it all the way up to the tippy top of like, I don't know. And it's totally a scam because then they're getting all these people onto their app, you know? So it's like a good investment on their part, I guess. But like if you get like 50,000 people like listening to your fucking show, you'll get like 10 grand, I think, or 100 grand or something. I don't know, dude. I'm like, I need to get over there and start growing that thing, bro. Or get this Patreon pumping or something. So I send in my question and I'm like, does any of y'all do that, you know? And instantly, and it was so fucking funny, dude. They're like, you're the only one, buddy, and they just like start kind of roasting me, you know, and I'm like, yes, dude, I love it. It's fucking awesome. They're like, it was funny. One of them was like, dude, I had an audition and I had to shave at a Chili's beforehand, so don't feel bad, you know. And they were saying, they're like, I respect the hustle. And then one of them was like, go get yourself like one of the treats, I think he said, and a cake pop. And the other one's like, dude, he doesn't have money for Wi-Fi. You think he's really got money for fucking Starbucks? I don't know. It was just funny, and it was cool. And you know, I felt like you know, yesterday we were talking all about community and like growing one, and that was like one of those moments where I'm like, oh, okay, I'm definitely part of this garbage ass community right now. In a good way. I don't know. What else? So yeah, I uploaded that video, and then Abby came over, and then we spent the night, you know, woke up this morning, did the Starbucks run or whatever, and then after that, I worked out a little bit, you know, got myself feeling nice. I got this ab roller I ordered the other day. It's sitting right there, so I just looked over at it. And I definitely feel like a middle-aged mom using it, dude, and I love it, man. And so I got the thing, and I used it one time, didn't fucking do it right, I don't think, because I was like laying down with the thing pretty much. I'm like, dude, I'm a savage. I can do all these ab rolls. And then I was like watching a YouTube video that night, and I want to get on the fucking fitness video kick, like not start making them, but those people, and I'm sure it's because they're just like pumped with testosterone and shit, but dude, they had some energy, man. Talk about having a good fucking, they're just yelling. He was doing these ab rolls correctly while still fully connecting with the, like, just like talking, not out of breath at all, you know, didn't lose his train of thought. I'm like, damn, dude, I gotta start working out, get on one of those grinds, I guess. And I don't know, I've always kind of liked working out. It's nice because I don't really drink all that much water unless I just like force myself. So a lot of the times I'll just pound a bottle of water, but when I work out, I do actually like crave water because your body's like, hey man, you're sweating, so I can't fucking continue sweating Diet Pepsi, and something needs to change. So I got a bottle of water sitting over there. I should go grab it, but I don't know. So yeah, I did a little bit of workouts this morning and then started recording this podcast with you guys. And honestly, I feel like it's flowing pretty good, and we're already at like 15 minutes. And if we're being real, this is partially just to kill time until my cutter gets here, because then we can start working on all these jobs I got going on and all of my video plans that I was trying to do. All of the merch stuff. I don't know, dude. I got to get it going, though, and I'm excited. And talking with my mom. Dude, I think, holy crap, man. I think Coda just ripped a fucking mean dog fart over there, man. And I don't, oh my God, dude. I'm like trying to continue this podcast, and I felt like we were doing really good on my flow of topic, and I feel like he's kind of waved me off. 1 second. We might take a break, dude. I'm grabbing my water. 1 second. Break time. Okay, now I got the water bottle going over here, so it's going to get even better, dude. And I just got up, opened the door, let it air out a little bit, and I put Coda outside because I can't be being interrupted by one of those again, dude. That was gnarly. And not only that, he started to kind of eye that stick over there that we were talking about yesterday, and I'm like, dude, we're not doing this again. We're not doing that. Like, and so I figured we'll probably only go for like another 15 or 20 minutes. So I was like, he can hang out outside for a little bit. All the other dogs are in the house, you know, so he can kind of just hang out, chill, do whatever he does when he's outside, because he likes being outside. So I do try and let him out, take him out, you know, Should have taken him with me to the gas. I went to Plaid Pantry earlier to go get a pack of cigarettes from my mom, bro. Probably should have bleeped that out. She doesn't like people knowing that. But pack of 99 Camel Light 99s, no biggie, dude. 2 liters of Diet Pepsi for myself because we were out. So re-upped on all the essentials for my family, bro. I don't know. Plaid Pantry was cool though. I walked in and that place is suspect as shit. Like, I don't know why, and I don't know if all Plaid Pantries are like just like a magnet of like the scum of the earth. Like, and I don't know why, dude. And I don't know. I kind of like being there too for whatever reason. Like, I show up and there's always something entertaining going on. Like, there was this one guy walking out today. You know, it's like fucking, I don't know. It's pretty early still right now. I bet you it's only noon or noon 30, and it was probably 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock when I was there at Plaid Pantry, and this dude just comes stumbling out with brown paper bags of booze. You know, he's like 90. He's got the Air Max jumpsuit on from like 92, and I'm like, that's kind of sick. I kind of like the fit, you know, but it was like 2 different jumpsuits. Like, they're not matching. He got both at Value Village. It is what it is. Coda just barked outside, so I'm hoping nobody let the other dogs out, because I guess Jenna's home. I don't know. It was only one bark. I'm sure it's fine. He's probably just chilling with a stick. Yeah, so he comes stumbling out, you know, and I go in and I have my mask on because, like, we got to do that nowadays, and that's whatever. So I like walk in, but I'm kind of digging wearing the mask right now because, you know, as you guys know, I work at Joanns Fabric, and I'm starting to enjoy it, you know, a little bit. I'm trying to take pride in it, you know, even though it's like not always my favorite place to be, but like it's not bad, you know. I'm not working in a coal mine. I'm cutting fucking fabric, bro. Make the best of it. That's kind of like what I've been telling myself. So I work there or whatever, but I still don't really know how to sew. I have a sewing machine, but I haven't figured it all out, and I'm not 100% sure it works all the way, but I got it from my great-grandma, so shout out to her, and I should try and set it up and try and teach myself, because I would like to know that hobby, especially with all of the merch stuff I do. It would be cool if I started getting into that, like, you know, maybe I could sew like some pretty simple projects at first. Maybe I'm like busting out beanies, like, because then I wouldn't just be, because a lot, you know, I mean, all of the merch that I do, I print it all myself. Like, so I either do vinyl or like screen print or like the fabric spray paint stuff, you know, and like just the regular fabric paint. Like, I just like customizing shit like that and making SpeedRacinJason stuff. So I wish I knew how to sew, because then I would be like just making cool stuff all day long. But either way, my assistant manager, and she's like just the sweetest lady, you know, she's hanging out with me all day long, and she told me a while back, she's like, you should pick out a couple fabrics and I'll sew you up a couple masks, you know, because she likes sewing and stuff. And so I chose a couple fabrics. I chose like this one, it was really cool. It's like this big striped print, you know, it's like I don't know, it's just like kind of cool colors, and I just liked it a lot. It's kind of abstract-y, and so I haven't gotten that one yet, but so I like chose that one, and I know she has the fabric, and I'm not like saying I haven't gotten it, like complaining, like, dude, she's making me free shit. She can make it whenever she wants. But she did make me already this heart mask that I chose, because I was like, well, it's almost Valentine's Day, you know, and it's good because I have a black mask already, so if I'm trying to be like sleek, you know, wear that, you know, kind of indiscreet, you know, I could be wearing that. And then now I have like this heart mask, and dude, I just love this thing. And she sewed it. It's super cool. And like, I don't know, you know, if we're being real, I'm not the biggest fan of the masks, and fucking, it's what it is, you know, they're saying we're supposed to wear 2 now, you know, and the thing is I'm not gonna fucking do that. I don't know. It fucking is what it is. You got me with 1. I'll wear my 1. But I was like talking with my mom today, who actually has medical training, and I'm like, yo, and she's like, literally, she's a respiratory therapist. I've talked about that before, I think. She literally deals with COVID people all day long. Like, actually deals with full blown, like, because that's the thing, is everybody's talking like, if you go outside, you just have to know you'll probably be exposed to someone at the grocery store. Great, bro. Fucking 18 yards away in the frozen deli section. That's the person. Okay. So my mom walks into this closed room with them, at the fucking hospital. I just has to be like, hey, I'm here to do all your breathing treatments today. And I got to intubate you and shit if it's going bad, So I'm like, okay, if you start, and I'm like, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything about her opinion, so I'm not going to, but I'm like, if you wear two masks, is it an N95? No, it's not. And I'm sure we could Google that and make sure, but 2 cloth masks does not equal N95. And then the other thing is if you're being real, you got to wear the fucking glasses and shit. Because my mom, she has this picture. It was kind of funny. She has a good sense of humor. She sent it out to everyone as her Christmas card. It said Merry Christmas. And she's wearing fucking goggles, face shield, and an N100. Okay? So that's pretty intense. That's fucking 5 more than an N95. I don't know how much better that is, but it's better, dude. And so I don't know what I'm even complaining about right now because I was happy talking about the mask. Either way, not the biggest fan of the masks. I'm not going to wear 2, but if I have to wear 2, I guess I'm wearing 2 of Joanns because they're fucking sick, man. They're literally she took this pattern off the internet, right? And so you take the pattern and then you like learn how to like sew the little lines that the pattern tells you to do. I don't know how familiar y'all are with sewing. And so hers is a 3D mask though. And I should go get the thing, dude. It's like boxy, but it like fits your face up here. And then it like comes down and it has like this square piece right here, dude. And she gave me a nose strip with it. She's like, you can use this if you want. You could just slide it, it's sticky. You just put it on the back and then it has like and you don't even need it, man. I tried to put it on and it honestly made it feel even a little bit more uncomfortable because it's already like so perfect on the nose. Like, I don't know. I can stand there at the cut counter and wear it all day long and actually talk with people and it doesn't move up and down and slowly start creeping because my nose starts slowly falling out. It's like, I don't know, I don't wear a belt a lot of the times, and like I have a size like 26 waist probably because I wear a size 28 pant and like they're always falling down. Like I always have to wear a belt, and when I don't, it's like the same thing as my masks usually do. It's just slowly creeping down the whole time, and then all of a sudden you can see my mustache, and people are like, "You got a mustache?" I don't know, dude. I do have a mustache. It's pretty sick. I think I'm going to shave it all off today, though, if we're being real, because I kind of want to just start over because, I don't know, I grew this one out, right, and it's kind of my first mustache I've really, like, grown, really tried to actually grow out, I guess, and I don't know, dude, I got this filthy fucking habit of chewing on it, and so I'll push it down and I'm like chewing on the ends of my fucking mustache, and I have like split ends, I guess. Like I've never really even known what a split end is because I never really like paid that close of attention to my hair on my head. And you can like see like hairs that I've chewed to split ends. So it's like fucking 5 like frizzy mustache hairs. They're going all over the place. And like I'm just now starting to be able to grow like the center part that actually connects my mustache. Like I kind of grow like anti-Hitler stash. It's like the exact opposite, like I got this little square right here that doesn't grow. And so it's like finally coming in now. So I'm like, I think I should shave it all off, get it all started. And that's the other thing. We tried to trim it at some point in time, and I don't know. Abby's like, he's against that idea when someone told me to trim it the other day. And I was like, no, I'm not against it. It's just like, I don't know, this hair's been here for a while, and like I just started, and dude, I didn't even know this is really a thing. I just started shampooing and conditioning. I'm fucking dumb. It's conditioning, dude. It's conditioning is that version of that word or whatever. And I was gonna say plural, but I don't know. Not the best with the English language. We're learning. Either way, I just started I started putting shampoo and conditioner in my facial hair. That's what I should have said. Figure out a way around the sentence when you don't know how to say it correctly or whatever. So yeah, I mean, it just started getting conditioned, it's not even, it grew all the way out. and then I started washing it. So I don't think that makes it very healthy either. And I don't know. I want it to just grow like really long so I can do like the big curls on it, because I can already kind of do that. And I guess product, you can get some like facial hair wax, which I haven't ever had in the past, but I can just kind of go like this a little bit and get that curl going. How's that look on camera? Bad? And this side curls better. And like, when you grow your hair out and stuff, you kind of like have to choose which way it's going to grow out and everything. And I kind of think the mustache is that same way. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I watched like that's the thing, dude. You could find anything on YouTube. Like I literally like we were talking about earlier, I had the ab roller YouTube video that I was watching. I watched a guy just like how to like properly maintain your mustache, And I didn't watch the whole thing because it was kind of weird and like, I don't know. It was kind of the same thing with the fitness thing. But I like the fitness a little bit more. I kind of like that bravado energy. I don't really have much of that. So like, I don't know. Sometimes, either way, like when I'm just like watching this dude with a camera in his bathroom film, I don't know. 1 second. Sorry, the video just cut out, so we just turned it back on. But, you're watching this singular dude standing in his bathroom, like, playing with his mustache, and I'm like, this is kind of weird, dude. I don't know. Like, I don't know. But, I mean, you guys are in the exact same boat because you are literally watching some singular guy in his office / garage. It's a garage that I turned into my little office, play with his mustache. So life's crazy, man. I don't know. I'm having a good time today, though, and I'm just feeling a lot better. We had a good talk yesterday, I feel like, and today I'm just kind of in that more creative mood and just wanting to continue with what we were talking about yesterday, just doing better. And that's part of the reason I'm trying to do a little bit more working out. That's pretty fun, it's like nice. And when you're doing it, you can't work out and also do a delinquent activity at the same time. So like, it's kind of nice. And like I was kind of saying too, you like turn on some music, get yourself pumped up a little bit. I was running on the elliptical this morning. Did I talk about that? That was kind of nice. Got those thighs burning. But our elliptical's shitty, right? So we've had it for probably like 25 years. Not really. It was probably like, we've had that elliptical though for at least 15, right? Because I remember I was pretty little when we brought it home, and I'm like 22 now. Either way, it's here in the basement. Nobody ever uses the thing, but it has been used for periods of time over the past, like, like when one of my family members is like, oh, I'm going to start working out, same thing with me. Whenever I'm like on an exercise kick, I do kind of use the thing. And so the back, I don't know, dude. I feel like we got the thing probably 15 years ago, and the battery cover on the back of it probably got lost 14 to 13 years ago, because there's never been a fucking cover on that thing. So the batteries just like aren't really like in there. And so for like a while there was a fucking strand of duct tape all the way around, to hold the batteries up in, so then you can like turn it on and like change the resistance and stuff. But there's no more strip of duct tape down there, so it's just stuck on like the max resistance, which is like totally fine. I'd rather have it stuck on that than like the super easy mode, because then like this morning I just went down there for like 5 minutes and just, I was doing a little bit of workouts up here, kind of getting stretched out and stuff, and then doing like some like planks and push-ups, and then I'm down there on that thing, and you just sprint for like, it's because it's only on sprint mode, so you just have to like full run, and it's like so much work, but it's like kind of nice, just bust those thighs out for a little bit, because dude, I don't know, I was feeling them already, and then the next couple of days I'll be kind of sore, and I don't know, I'm sure I'm not working out right. I don't know how much you guys want to hear about that. You're probably like, hey, man, I'll talk about anything else, I'm like, okay, so I got this fucking mat cutter from my grandma yesterday. I don't think I said why she came up. My grandma came up and visited me, and she was just talking, but she also brought me a mat cutter, which is funny because Abby's working in the frame shop of Hobby Lobby now. So I'm like, yo, you probably use this thing. And it's like you cut the little paper around the picture frame that puts in. That's called a mat in a picture frame. It's a little bit thicker. It's like almost like cardboard. But I think I'll be able to use it for vinyl. So that's cool. I'll be able to it's like a slide cutter. And then she also brought me a tripod. And shout out to her because it's the same way as the mat cutter. It's just brand new in box. I don't think they ever used it, and I don't really ever remember them having a video camera. They had a photo camera, But she actually gave me a tripod probably like 3 years ago, and it was my first tripod for the YouTube channel, and I still have it around here somewhere. I broke one of the little legs off of it, and then it didn't like ever really want to sit level, so that was kind of annoying. So I kind of put it in retirement and got this one from Goodwill that the camera is currently sitting on, which is like honestly the plug for certain things. Like Goodwill has tripods for days, and this one is like one of the full 360 like up and down. It's not as good as the swivel head of like a brand new one, but it's pretty nice, and I think I paid $9.99 for it because yep, I can see there's a Goodwill tag on the thing, and it says $9.99. It's one of the green items, so if I went in on, what is that, like a Thursday or something? Thursday's green tag day, so you go in and get it for 50% off, dude. But either way, so she brought me up this tripod, so that's nice of her, so we can use that too, and it looks like one of the more like lightweight ones, so shout out to her, because then we'll just bring that bad boy around too, and I'm sure I'll get some use out of it. I don't know, I was kind of just trying to change topic a little bit because I was talking about whatever, and so I was like, oh, what's in my range of sight? I also have the cat, dude. The starting of this YouTube video, if you watch it, or this podcast, if you watch it on YouTube, I moved the cat. The cat was laying on my backpack in this chair, and I picked up the whole fucking thing, and I just scooted her on over to the other chair, set the backpack back down. She still conked out on that thing, dude. She's sleepy, I guess. Her and Baddie were fighting this morning up on my cabinets, and like my cabinets aren't fully finished, so there's one random 2x4, and it's like 10 feet in the air. It's at least 8 feet, because we're in a garage, and it's probably like 12 at the max height, or maybe, I don't know. It's tall though. And so they were up on this 2x4, and Baddie is like the younger black cat, and that's actually Nala's baby. And so she just like runs and like treats her like she's still acting like this little kid. She just runs at full speed and is like beating the shit out of Nala up on this 2x4. And I'm like, stop. And I'm like trying, because she's just playing, but I'm like, you're gonna knock her off, and she's gonna sincerely hurt herself if she falls like on her, because cats always land on their feet, but if they're knocked off of something and they're already in a position, like, doesn't usually go good. And she's got at least an 8-foot drop to a concrete floor, so I'm like, please don't fucking knock her off of this. So then Nala gets down, and then she goes and sits outside, and I feel kind of bad for her because Nala is the original cat that we brought up in here after their owner like left or whatever. And so she comes up here, and, she was like kind of my baby. She's always cuddled in, and she's like the most relaxed out of all of them and wants to just kind of hang out. And now she just like gets attacked by either Baddie or Coda, and like they're trying to play, and she just like goes and sits outside because she's like this old lady cat pretty much. And I don't know, man. I just realized I'm literally talking to you guys about cats as a singular guy sitting in my garage. So I don't know. I think we're probably done for this episode, and we're at 35 minutes, dude. So we're good. And I don't know. We'll cut a couple minutes of this out, so it probably will be right around 30 minutes, and that's good timing for me, because when you're doing a singular podcast, you start just kind of filling thin air, I feel like, or at least I kind of feel like I am. So I don't want to just be talking about the weather to you guys. You guys can do that in an elevator or something. So have a good fucking day. I appreciate you. Thanks for listening. Subscribe, drop a comment down below. If you ask me any questions, dude, there's nobody really in the comments, so ask a question and I'll answer it. Even if it's not the best, I'll at least talk about it. Shout out to Schwab. Should have said that at the beginning. The man comments on everything. That man's watching the videos, he's watching the podcast. I'm pretty sure he watches the whole thing, so he'll see it still, even if it's at the end. Shout out to you, man. Glad you're doing better. He said he busted out some. Well, Abby told me, she was like, yeah, he kind of hurt himself on the skateboard. And I was like, are you doing good, man? He was like, yeah, I only knocked out a couple teeth. No biggie. Yeah, okay. No biggie, bro. Just knocked out a couple. I mean, which teeth? It could be a biggie. If it's your front two, is that a biggie? Or maybe you'd rather lose those. You don't really chew with your front teeth, I guess. I don't know, man. Hope you're doing good. Hope everybody else is doing good. Hope this has been a good episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, subscribe, drop a comment, check out the Patreon if you're feeling nice, and we'll get that thing popping again, and we'll get back into the same system. And I'm not going to change the prices right now, so you're going to get it at a cheaper rate. I'll probably keep the prices. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but it's not very expensive right now. $2 a month, and we'll call you at the end of the SpeedRacinJason podcast. That's one of the things this new Zoom recorder does, is it has a phone thing. So I can hook it up with Bluetooth, or I can hook it up with a cable. And I need to figure it all out, but I guess I set it all up, and then I get to talk directly through this microphone, and then it'll also record the phone's audio way better, because I was just holding it on speakerphone up to the microphone, if you guys remember. So you'll get crystal clear audio, I believe. I guess I should check that before I really say that out loud, but it's going to be at least way better than before. So yeah, $2 a month, and we'll call you at the end of the episode. We'll talk. We'll just hang out, and that'll be good, because that will get us back into, if you guys are one of those people that want a little bit longer episode and you're nervous that sometimes I'm just talking about the weather to you guys, if I hop on the phone with someone, we'll usually get something cooking, because then I'm not just fully trying to come up with the thoughts as they're coming out of my mouth, because it's kind of, I'm not trying to complain. We're not complaining this episode. It is sometimes a little hard to do a singular podcast, though, but it's fun, dude, and I have fun, and I get to just express whatever I want. That's what's nice about a singular podcast. There's no one to interrupt you other than yourself, and that's what I just did while talking about the new Zoom recorder feature. But yeah, $2 a month, and we'll call you, and for $6 a month, we'll send you 2 custom SpeedRacinJason stickers, and they're just going to be the Patreon people get them. So whatever vinyl I decide to use for that, I'm just only going to make them for the Patreon. So that's the only way you can get those. So it's an exclusive SpeedRacinJason sticker. And we'll also still call you. So yeah, for that $6 a month tier, you get both. Sorry if that was a little drawn out, but I haven't done a Patreon ad read in a little while, so we're still trying. Have a great day, guys. I'm gonna go pick up my cutter and visit my grandma. Bye-bye.